Joe Bullard said what?
Congratulate them. They're now the new face of Ozempic.
Now, what is Ozempic?
You have any kids? Yes, I have one daughter. How about you? How many baby daddies do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Ellipses. I have one daughter.
Let's talk about it. What's poppin', Royals? And welcome back to the latest episode of The Late Night Tea with your hostess with the mostest, your girl Queen T, aka at the.rising.star on Instagram and TikTok, fam. Tiffy A on YouTube. And that said, without further ado, boo, let's get into this tea while it's still hot. Ooh. Now, whether you have heard or you have not, over the weekend on Saturday, that is what Joe Bullard said, bae. For those of you like me, you might have been like, what exactly is Ozempic? So let me educate you the way that I had to educate me.
What is Ozempic and why is everyone talking about it? I'm pharmacist Sultan with Prescription Doctor and I'll explain. Ozempic is a prescription medication used to treat type 2 diabetes. But there's more. It's also being used for weight loss. But wait, it's not actually licensed for that. Ozempic contains semaglutide, which helps lower blood sugar and can make you feel full for longer. That's why many people are using it off-label to lose weight. But it's not for everyone, as it can come with some pretty bad side effects such as stomach pain, nausea, and more. Did you know this about Ozempic? Let me know in the comments.
What Ozempic does to the body is it increases a certain receptor called GLP-1, which helps slow down digestion, thereby decreasing your appetite, cravings, so you're no longer hungry and you can eat less and lose more weight. It even improves the beta cells of the pancreas to help restore insulin levels. In fact, it's been known to improve insulin resistance, and anything that improves insulin resistance will help you lose weight. It has some interesting effects on the liver too. It actually helps a person stop making so much sugar. Okay, that's called gluconeogenesis. And also it helps slow the breakdown of sugar in the liver.
Okay, now that we're all educated on exactly what Ozempic is and what it does to the body, let me give you some background on what's going on here. Joe said this while announcing the Alabama State University Honeybees, the marching band's plus-size dance team. Now, you guys know that we are all about body positivity over here, so I do not support this message. However, before I knew exactly what was going on, I'm marching 100 strong, and I was really ready to fight for Joe, so I had already made a post saying I stand with Joe. But now that I have all the facts and I'm here in front of you, I am saying that this is an opportunity for FAMU to grow. Why am I saying this? Because even though everybody has all these posts around with everybody booing Joe for saying that, there's quite a bit of our community who have said, yo, y'all, we getting soft. Y'all going soft, we getting soft. And there is a conversation about whether or not this is just a joke or whether or not we should be taking this more seriously. So let's dive into that a little bit more. Just keeping it real with y'all, I have also been one of the people that have said on some posts that we get too soft based off of things that have been said. However, like I said, I was not educated on Ozempic. So first off, let's go off of the information that we just learned. Ozempic isn't even supposed to be used for weight loss at all. So I feel like the message in whole was unhealthy, and it's not something that we should be doing. And as a community, I understand that we are saying that people are soft, but I feel like y'all not gonna like what I got to say, but I feel like we can liken this to when racist old people say racist and people be like, oh, but it was like that back in the day it was okay. That's our room to grow. Back in the day, it might have been okay for you to crack all these jokes, but now we are virally aware of mental health, of mental illness, of how the words that you are saying can hurt somebody and can put them in a mental state that can end up with them doing something that is permanent, taking them out of this world away from us. So just to consider that is what I'm calling us to do. Okay, FAMU? Okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out, because I'm guilty too, and I'm saying we can all grow, boo. Also, y'all know how I've been an advocate because we went viral on Instagram with people talking about how are you dumb because we didn't know that the reverse of Missy Elliott's "You're feminine for nieto" is I'll put it down, flip it in reverse. A lot of us didn't know that, and there was a lot of people picking on younger people who didn't know that. So you do have evidence of me standing up for us, saying, "Hey, don't be picking on the kids. It's kids, okay? Even young adults." understand that we got room to grow, people are growing, and this is an opportunity for us to grow. I believe if Joe knew better, he would have did better. Joe wouldn't have said this if Joe knew that this was going to be the outcome of this situation. I'd also like to say to those of you using Ozempic, whether or not anybody is acknowledging this or you want to hear it or not, the man just told you of the risk involved of using it outside of why it was made to be used. That said, using it, you could end up hurting yourself. So I just want y'all to be cautious and wise about what you're doing, okay? Now, since this has transpired, both the president of FAMU and ASU have released statements. So take a look at this.
All right, y'all. I want to know what y'all think about this. So, some people saying that it's a joke, and some people saying that shit ain't funny. But either way, the presidents of Florida A&M University and the president of Alabama State University has responded after the Florida A&M University announcer made a comment about the Alabama State University dance team, the Honeybees. Watch this. I'll talk to you on the other side.
Congratulate them. They're now the new face of Ozempic.
So apparently Florida A&M University announcer Joe Bullard was the one that made the comment. He's been the announcer for forever and a day. But people didn't take too kindly to the comment that he made about the Honeybees. They are a plus-size dance team at Alabama State University, and he said they're the new face of Ozempic. So people were outraged. Some people were saying it was a joke and y'all need to lighten up. And some people were saying, hey, that shit is not funny. But either way, the presidents have responded. Let's look at their responses. So Florida A&M President Marva Johnson said the Honeybees represent discipline, school pride, and their performance tradition is respected across the nation. To have the dedication and artistry diminished by a thoughtless comment does not reflect the values or the respect we hold for our colleagues at Alabama State University or for the broader HBCU community. I have spoken directly with President Ross to convey my regret and to reaffirm that such comments are unacceptable and will not be tolerated. Florida A&M University is taking immediate steps to ensure accountability within our organization and to prevent incidents like this in the future. So the president of Alabama State University, Quentin Ross, issued the following statement. I have personally spoken with the president of Florida A&M and with the commissioner of the SWAC to express my displeasure with those short-sighted comments, and they have both affirmed their agreement with my sentiment. As the president of this great institution, I stand firmly with the Honeybees, the Mighty Marching Band, and our entire student body. Honeybees, please know that you are celebrated, valued, and admired for the joy you bring to the Hornet Nation. All right, players, so it's time for you to do your work in the comments. Do you feel like it was crazy work to say something like that, very distasteful, or do you think that people taking it too seriously? It was obviously a joke. Put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mobile for the Black Accurate News.
FAMU has since had to postpone their next game, which was this last Saturday, I believe. I don't know. I'm going to have to double check that and show y'all on the screen. But even though SWAC says that they acknowledge FAMU's apology, they have also fined FAMU $10,000, saying that they will also give them a public reprimand for what Joe has said. And Joe has been suspended for 2 games, which I don't know if y'all know. But Joe didn't even know that in June when he signed off, it was his last day on the radio. And that was June 17th, 2025. That's this year, you guys. I'm so sorry, Joe. Which leads us to why Joe is currently suing his former employer for age discrimination. Makes me think all of that stress and this Florida heat probably got to him, and that's why he made this crack. I don't know about that. But this crack could only make things worse if you ask me. Well, maybe not. But I wanted to share what this creator thought.
You know what is so wild to me about this whole Joe Bullard situation between FAMU and the Alabama State Honeybees is the fact that this clown is suing his former employer, Cumulus Media, for age discrimination. But you come out with a very lackluster apology. It was meant to be lighthearted banter. What is lighthearted about it? Because either I don't understand what the hell light nor hearted means, or you were just saying something because now you're feeding to the fire. Mind you, if they're the brand ambassadors for Ozempic, then you look like you were the target audience for them to sell it to, because your belt is clearly losing the battle against your waistline. Overweight black women have to deal with the compounded discrimination of racial discrimination as well as rate discrimination, which can prevent them from being hired for jobs, upward mobility within employment opportunities, as well as having the additional stressors from racial discrimination, which is also then feeding the cycle, which at times can lead to higher obesity rates. But you thought it was lighthearted banter. But hey, at least your lawsuit is explicitly covered under the Florida Civil Rights Act. Weight discrimination is not. Proof that some of y'all are not elders. Y'all are just assholes with age. There is a difference.
Now, to be abundantly clear, if I did not make it clear before that last clip, Joe and FAMU and Joe and the radio are two different gigs. You dig? And the job with the radio was long gone way before what happened with the honeybees, yo. So they are in no way connected. However, they might be connected when they come to trial in that lawsuit, when it comes to how they look at his person or his character. That said, here's his apology. Stating to both ASU and FAMU, I would like to sincerely apologize for my remarks during the FAMU University versus Alabama State University football game this past Saturday. My comments were directed towards ASU honeybees, were meant to be lighthearted banter, but I now recognize that they came across in a way that was harmful and disrespectful. For that, I extend my deepest and most heartfelt apologies. First and foremost, to the ASU honeybees, to Alabama State University, to the Alabama State University marching band, to the Florida A&M University, and the fans and supporters of both institutions who were in attendance, or anyone else who heard my words. To anyone who was offended, I am truly sorry. Friendly competition and playful jesting have long been a part of HBCU band culture, but I have come to understand that my words have crossed the line. And I just want to say, everybody crossed the line at some point in time. So like I said, I'm still with you, Joe. I know if you knew better, you would have did better, bro. My intention was never to belittle or disrespect the incredible young people who represent our schools with such grace, talent, and pride. They are the embodiment of our culture, and they deserve nothing less than our full respect. Amen. And as an elder who has been blessed to serve and witness the brilliance of our students for many years, I humbly ask for your forgiveness. It is my hope that we can continue to move forward together in the spirit of unity, excellence, and mutual respect, regardless of the road ahead. Respectfully, Joe Bullard. And now that I have read the response, it's in line with what I was saying earlier, because y'all was talking about it was lackluster. Lackluster my motherfucking ass. He's one of our elders, and I'll fight about that man. All right? Like I said, I don't agree with the message. He don't agree with the message. We taking it back. We're retracting it. You know better, you do better. Give us some room to grow, because I'm sure anybody trying to crucify us got more than enough room to grow too, bro. So I'm going to leave y'all with this from Joe.
It's the hand of God lifting you, empowering you, re-energizing you, causing you to run and not be weary, to walk and not faint. There's going to be a strength that's not normal, but supernatural. You're going to have a new passion to stand strong, to try again, to step up to a new level.
And we shall mount up with wings as eagles. We shall run and not be weary, and we will walk and not faint. Do you hear me? Y'all could come for FAMU, but we are still FAMU, a representation of Black excellence. Okay? I said what I had to say today. Let's close out with what this lukewarm tea got to say. It says, oh, Lord, y'all gonna think I'm lying. You can't pick the tea. You can't pick the tea. It says, forgiveness is an act of consciousness. Let me tell you something. We standing up for the consciousness of Gen Z. The fact that they know that they have the authority to tell you not to be talking to them when you ain't talking to them nicely. Come correct when you talking to them babies. Them kings and queens, and they come and telling you what to do with them things, okay? When your inner and outer worlds harmonize, your relationships do too. Amen, boo. With that, I bless and wish all of you to have a little bit of kindness and forgiveness in your heart. Joe, I love you, and I wish you all the best, boo. I love you, I love you, I love you. And I love you, FAMU. That said, y'all stay tuned for more FAMU news, because I'm heartbroken to know that Oline just lost her husband. There was an officer that got tackled accidentally at one of the football games. He was fighting for his life. He also lost his life. So I'll be updating you guys on that situation, as well as telling you more about what's going on with Joe and FAMU. That said, thank you, thank you, thank you. You know what to do. Tap that like button if you like this video. Go ahead and follow me if you don't already, yo. And stay tuned for more content like this. I hope it brings you bliss. I love you, baby. Until next time, y'all stay on your grind, continue to shine, and know that I love each and every one of your behinds, just the way you are, my superstars. Bye. Oh, well, if you like this video so much, I hope you smash that like button. And if you love this content, you better subscribe, because more is coming. That said, check out these other playlists in the meantime. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I thought HBCUs was about inspiring excellence and supporting our own and uplifting our own, because I'm fully confused as to why that announcer thought it was okay to say the honeybees were inspired or sponsored by Ozempic. Meanwhile, they're at work, they're exercising, moving their bodies, they're fit. They're doing splits and tricks and stunts that I'm pretty sure you couldn't attain yourself, not even on your best day at your youngest age, when you had good knees and you could make it to the bathroom on time. Once again, XY is proving my point that I say all the time on this page. You are damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. But meanwhile, get these girls their 10s, because everybody on that squad is gorgeous, confident, beautiful, sexy. He could have just said that they were sponsored by voluptuousness, beauty, curvaceousness, curves and swerves, and everything else that's good and wonderful.
An announcer is apologizing for a stinging crack he made.
He said what?
Congratulate them. They're now the new face of Ozempic.
Yup, the announcer body shames these plus-size dancers, and the crowd erupts in boos. One fan even calls out announcer Joe Bullard, the voice of the Florida A&M marching band. The stinging remark was aimed at the honeybees. A plus-size dance team for the Alabama State University marching band. The honeybees are a fan favorite, hitting the field and entertaining the crowd during halftime. Their athleticism wows the crowd. They even competed on America's Got Talent.
You really kind of demanded the stage, and you were